Hey, church family. Today's reading is Matthew chapters 25 and 26, and we studied part of chapter 26 this past Sunday, and one of the conversations that we see in this passage is between Jesus and Peter. And Jesus has made it very clear to Peter that he's going to deny Jesus 3 times, and Peter doesn't really believe that that's going to happen, and Jesus tells Peter, if you desire for that temptation to not take place, the solution for you is prayer. He says, your spirit is willing, you have good intentions, but your flesh is weak. If you're going to say no to this temptation, you need a supernatural power that you yourself do not possess. Well, by the end of the chapter, Peter has denied Jesus 3 times, just as was predicted. And this is so true of us, that there are times in our lives when we will be tempted, and the reality is we have good intentions as followers of Jesus. We really desire to live lives that glorify the Son and glorify the Father, and yet temptations come our way, and the only way for us to say no is to have the supernatural strength of the Holy Spirit that enables us to say no to that temptation. And the way that we tap into that strength is through prayer. But I want us to be encouraged this morning, because if you're like me, you've made lots of mistakes, and you'll probably make a lot more. And one of the things that we see in the other gospel accounts is that after Jesus' resurrection, after Peter has denied Jesus 3 times, Jesus goes back to Peter. And he calls him back into the mission, calls him back into the kingdom living that he was once a part of. Peter had gone back to his old life, but Jesus says, I'm not done with you. Jesus didn't just discard him just because Peter gave into this temptation. And my friend, Jesus hasn't discarded you. No matter what mistakes you've made, he's calling you back into a relationship with him, calling you back to work for him, to live on mission. And so rest in that grace today.